I was recently talking with one of my friends about the chromatic scale, its origin, and the effects of the Ionian mode on a child's mind. Pretty heavy stuff. So, firstly, the origin of the chromatic scale just utilizes simple overtones, the strongest and first of being the perfect fifth. So basically we just stack a fifth on top of a fifth 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 until we get to our original note. Creating our pattern of 12 notes that we now have. 12? Yeah, 12. Like this. Modes, what are they? Well, there are just 7 different scales that all have unique melodic characteristics, and they each have different intervallic relationships. In Western music, we basically use Ionian and Aeolian, which sucks because there's a lot more that we can use. Ionian is pretty characteristic. We use it and we call it the major scale. It's got a leading tone that goes up and a subdominant that goes down, like this. Weirdly enough, the major scale is not what we get through this fifth intervallic ascent. In fact, we get a different mode, Lydian. Lydian is a really cool scale because it has a sharp 4 instead of a natural 4 like we think of in major. This can be sometimes pretty jarring, but I think it has really cool effects. A good way to think of it is if you play a D major scale over a C major scale like this. Lydian is a beautiful mode and probably my personal favorite at the moment. Here are a couple examples of how to use it in proper music. My God, I honestly think that there could be a modal study system based on Nintendo music. It's pretty amazing. Good guys. It's often really spacey and mysterious and used for really grandiose effect. Like the Superman theme is also in Lydian, kind of-ish. So at the same time, why do we only teach children Ionian? Why are we limiting our youth to this scale that is limiting? Why is it that Wheels on the Bus is deemed more important than the Lost Woods theme, or the Superman theme, or the Super Galaxy theme? They're all pretty simple and pretty easy to sing. The E.T. theme, of course, is just completely recognizable. Why would John Williams use them for primal, instinctual feelings if we couldn't understand them? There's so many more colors that are out there if we use other modes. A lot of my classmates disregard modes and think of them as ancient music when they're actually incredibly important. Like a lot of sad pop music, because these modes do elicit a certain characteristics, they use Aeolian, which is basically just a natural minor, is what we call it now, but it's got something very, very sad about it. That minor 5 will just break your heart. Or we can use like Dorian for film score. Film score is a great example for this, and video game score. Let's talk about Dorian right now. Isn't Dorian great? I thought so too. The limits of music are constantly being expanded, and I think we always need to be chasing its tail, especially with our young ones. Thanks for watching. So, modes. What are they? Basically, modes are 7 different scales that we form from our... I don't even know. Basically, there's 7 unique scales, each with... Wow, not bad at all. Good job, me.